Don't do many vertical cases. Most of my briefcases are horizontal. But once in a while, I have done it in the past, and I do get asked to do this. I had a businessman come to me and wanted to tweak one of my old Kepler vertical cases. So I did that, and you could see on my Facebook, I posted it a few times, one of my older styles, and it's older. Now he asked me to revisit that style, and I did. And I think it came out beautiful. I made this Kepler out of chestnut English bridle leather, and it is just, it's insane. This bridle leather is, I love it. As you know, if you follow me, you know my favorite color is this chestnut color. So this is the Kepler. It's a vertical briefcase. It's got my Marcellino latch on it. It's a thick, I think it was like 5 inches or 4.5 inches. It's got one main gusset, 3.5 inches, and the other one is 1.5, so that'll make it 4.5 inches. So it's a 4-inch gusset. I always forget my measurements, so if you're interested in that, you're just gonna have to go hunt it down online. I do so many of these, I just forget the measurements. I think this is 10 by 14. But either way, it's a beautiful case. If you want something vertical like this, then this is your case. It's got a back newspaper pocket. He also wanted me to put this iPhone or this mobile slip pocket in a newspaper pocket. I've done this a few times. On this briefcase that I'm gonna have available online, I'm not gonna include that. I'm not crazy about this simply because you're carrying this around and you got your mobile right here. It's showing and there's nothing to secure it, so someone can just quickly, easily take it. Look, if you're in the city, that's a problem. If you're not, if you're going from your car to your office, that's not a problem. I'd rather not put that on there. It just doesn't seem to a good way to secure a mobile, but if you wanted that, it would have to be a custom order. So, back newspaper pocket, which is great. You could put a laptop or an iPad in there and whatever, a magazine or whatever. So now on this briefcase, I put the shoulder straps right here on the side. So this is just gonna hang around you, and it's just gonna hang like this. You can either put it there or on the side. So it's gonna do that. Nice clean top, bottom cross stitch handle. And the inside. For this case, I lined it with a leather lining to match. It's got a brown. This is calf leather. It matches the chestnut. I like to line these cases. I think this would also been good with a nice green suede. That's why I brought the green suede out today. So it would also be great with that. Probably better. It feels great. But if you want something really durable, the leather lining is the way to go. So in here, I also include a keychain with this model. So if you order that, you'll get that keychain with it. Here, just your basic compartments. It's got your standard pocket inside. That's perfect for a mobile and some pen loops. And then it's got this thin pocket right here you could use for a device or something small. Another thing I'm going to tweak on the actual model that you see online is this is 3.5 and this is 1. I'll keep this at say 4 inches, but this 1 inch is probably gonna have to go up to 1.5 inch. I don't like it when it's 1 inch. It's really tough to stitch, so I'd rather not make it at 1 inch. The customer actually wanted it at 1/2 inch. When you're hand stitching, you're getting in between these corners here. It's tough to hand stitch. So the model that you see online is going to call for probably a 3-inch gusset or a 2.5 and a 1.5 inch thinner one. Or probably what I should do is just keep it even. We'll do a 4-inch gusset and just like my normal briefcases, double 2-inch compartments. That is probably the way I'm gonna go. So this is the Kepler briefcase. I love it. I also include the loop on it. If you want to know more about this latch and how it works and everything, check out the link. You can see a video that's dedicated on this latch. The latch is great. It's great for when you have a heavy bag and things are pulling down. This latch becomes stronger. If you're carrying around a bag that's empty or not that full, The latch, you'll probably need this eventually as the leather softens. The latch will probably just wiggle like that. And you don't want it to wiggle when it's empty. You just put the loop on it. But usually, if you're carrying a bag that's heavy, that's what the latch is made for. When there's resistance going down on the bag and it's pulling up and it becomes strong. This is probably the strongest locking mechanism you can get next to a buckle, and a million times easier to open and close than a buckle. So, this is the Kepler briefcase in Chestnut.